Hello, 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 hello. Nicola, hello. First to comment today, my lovely. How are you? Hi, Rachel. Hello, Jess. Hi, Jutta. Good evening, Tammy and Sue, Natalie. Hi, Hannah. How are you all? Hi, Linda. Hello. Oh, I'm yawning. Oh my gosh. So sorry. Hi, Julie. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Sue. I actually felt like I had a really good night's sleep last night. So I think it must just be a triggering because we're going live. Hi, Kelly, Madeline. Hi, Joanne, Kay Marie, Suzanne, Angela. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, sorry. So, hello. I hope everybody has had a good weekend. It's been quite a nice weekend for me actually. I haven't really done. I mean, I've worked loads, as in a massive amount. My kids were like, "Mommy, are you gonna come in?" I was like, "Yes, I'll come in soon." But yeah, I just needed to get lots done. So I'm very, very happy with the amount that I did get done this weekend. So there's a big postal run getting done tomorrow. So hopefully if anyone's waiting for anything, you'll get a dispatched email tomorrow. Apart from that, there's nothing new on the website over the weekend. The coming soon section on the normal website will become live tomorrow for so available to purchase. So the coming soon section actually doesn't let anyone who purchase it. You can just sort of see that it's coming. So it goes live tomorrow and it will move into the new in section. So there's a couple of lovely crystal pendants in there that will be new on the website. Things which are different with Mim is we've got some more new cards in with Mim and Mim's awake. And so yeah, new cards have been added in with Mim's Pot of Mischief, and we've added crystal pendants to like a wider range of crystal pendants in the selection of winnings. Now they were always included, but I think we've only had a few sort of pop up and say hello. So now I've added in quite a few more options. Some are on the website, some are not on the website, so it's quite a nice selection all round. So they'll be popping in and out of all of the characters as well. Oh wow, Liz, I wish her all the best of luck. Hi Lynette. Sophie, hello. Oh no. So sorry. My keyboard's in a funny place today. It's almost like I sit here and my keyboard's all the way over there, but I feel like if I move it, I'm going to move all the cameras because the keyboard's right under the cameras. So I think it'll be a bit of a funny one. So I've got a really itchy nose. Now, I have posted an order list on the page. So if you have ordered already, hopefully you found whereabouts you are on that order list. There is currently 7 people on the order list, so if you would like to order, it won't be too long of a wait, so you'll be added onto the end of that order list. So if you would like to order, it can be added on for tonight, and I'll do an updated order list as we go. I think that's everything. Again, only mystery oysters today. It was raining again just before the live, and if I open the oysters too early, they dry out. Now, there's nothing wrong with the pearls if they dry out, it's just that when I go to open them, they will, because of the pressure, they will sort of break apart. So I like to do it before the live. So yeah, only the mystery bag today. Oh, bless you, Natalie. I hope it calms down soon for you. Oh, sorry. Let me ask Aaron for a tea. I thought I was okay, but... so if we get started for today, just thinking, is there anything else to say? I think I've said everything. So, up first is Shannon Howe. Shannon, are you here? You've got a cup of tea, Sophie. Oh, I am jealous. Jacqueline, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody joining. So I'm looking for Shannon Howe. Shannon, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone can see Shannon, please type on that comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. So do I, Sophie. So do I. Good morning, Beverly. She's in the States. Oh, is she, Sue? Oh, bless her. So the time difference is completely different, isn't it? I'll give her a moment to see if she can come on. If not, I can move her to the end of the order list, and that way it might be a little bit later for her. And like I said, there's not too many people on the order list at the moment, so it won't be hours away. Oh, bless you, Karen. It's nice, though, to sit in a tidy, tidy house, isn't it? Right, last call for Shannon. If not, then we'll move on. And then, like I say, if she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. I've seen Neil's Stinky Oyster video. He did so well. Some of them looked like I'd be out the room, like that stinky. So for him to stay there and to like hold it near him, oh, makes me feel funny. But he did so well. It is posted in the Pearls with Brecon group if anyone wants to see Neil opening his stinky oysters. It's just, honestly, he's rated them as well. And everything that he's rated, I would have rated them at least one above what he did. That's just by me looking at him. So I must have a very weak nose, or Neil's got a very, very strong nose because, yeah, he did such a good job. Right, I haven't seen Shannon, so we're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. He really did, Natalie. Up next then today is Hannah Rose. Hannah, are you here? Hannah Rose, are you here? We have started slightly earlier today, haven't we? With it being a Sunday, we do start slightly earlier. But yes, Hannah, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. First order, super excited. Well, I hope you're going to be happy with it. You do have a Mims spins, my lovely. So, which Mim character would you like? They're all just spinning around here. So you can pick the character or the names just down the bottom here. Let me know which one you would like and then we'll open up to see. I could, Natalie. Honestly, I would have rated at least 2 of them a full-on 10. It was very bad. Oh, but you did a good job. Which character would you like, Hannah? the Happy Bat. Okay, where are we? Oh, there we go. Happy Bat. Happy Bat is this one here. So if we go straight down, and in here you have got a pair of earrings. Okay, so these are our swing earrings. They are slightly harder to show you, but I'm going to do my best. So with these earrings, they come with 2 oyster openings, and they are simple studs. So you get the stud earrings, and you can wear them as studs if you wanted to. Okay, and then you can add this backing swing part on as well, so you could wear them as studs, or you can add on this swing section. So this is linked onto the butterfly backing. You also do get a silicone backing as well to wear them as just plain studs. This then swings forward, and this is the cloud swing swing earring. So it's got this little cloud, so you then see at the front of the ear the pearl at the top, and then swinging round the cloud at the bottom, and then of course that is the swing that brings that cloud forward. And then if you have any studs at home or get any pearl studs in the future, you'll be able to change the studs around as well. So they're interchangeable earrings and can be worn as just studs or with the cloud. So I hope you're happy with that. However, if we go across, we need to dive in with Mims' Pot of Mischief. I had to stop the music playing because it was a free music that I was allowed to use, and then basically Facebook said it wasn't, even though I had the permission to use it. So instead of having to, even though on the first video it then got approved, it was said that I'd have to sort of fight it on every video. So I thought it's not worth, because it was like a 5-day appeal. So that's why the music's gone. Even though I was allowed to use it, it would have made me sort of justify that every time. So yeah, that's why it's had to come off, I'm afraid. Shannon's here. I'll add her back in again. Sorry, Hannah. We're going to dive in. Here we are. See my hand? Dive in with Mims' Pot of Mischief. And here, you have got an extra oyster opening. So 2 oysters with your earrings, and an extra one means 3 oysters altogether, my lovely. So you definitely get to keep the earrings. So I hope you're happy with those. Okay, so that means 3 oyster openings altogether. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And is there any certain colours you're hoping for? So 1, 2, and 3. So opening up your 3 oysters. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours you're hoping for? Keep the shells and any shades of purple. Now, because Mim has told you, or hasn't told you, you can swap the pearls here. Now, sometimes if you can't swap the pearls, Mim will tell you that, but she hasn't said about anything. So if you don't get the colours you're hoping for, you can swap them. So you've got 1 runaway. There's your mother of pearl. But I can see as well that you have got another 2 there. You have triples. And the first oyster of the evening has got triple pearls in. So we're cleaning the shells up because you'd like to, oh, that flesh comes off beautifully on that one, because you'd like to keep your shells. So what I normally do is I clean them as we go, and then I'll dry the pearls up and hold them up so you can see as well. So I hope that's okay. So if I dry this up for you, your first colours are a sea green, a apple green, and a Lavender, which is a slightly darker lilac purple. So sea green, apple green and a Lavender to start with, Hannah. Then moving on to oyster number 2. So again, mystery oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here I can see a darker pearl at the top there. And there's no more in that one. So he is a darker pearl. Now I'll confirm his colour for you in just a moment. Okay, so here you have got a two-tonal dark purple. So he's got brighter purple sections and then quite darker purple sections. So slightly brighter and goes darker and then back to the brighter there. So a two-tonal dark purple. And then moving on to your last oyster. Quite a nice sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, good morning, Mim. And you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. So, these two here look like they're twinning chocolate purples, Hannah. Okay, so again, let me just dry these up for you and I'll pop them in the sand. And then we'll go through all of the colours. So you'll need to let me know if you're happy with these. That's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And if you're not happy with the colours, we can definitely swap them for you as well. So you've got a sea green, an apple green, a lavender purple, two-tonal dark purple, and then twinning chocolate purples, which are a base chocolate with a purple overtone. Your sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lavender purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the two-tonal dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then chocolate purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And chocolate purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they're actually measuring slightly different sizes there. Swap the sea green for another lavender and have those on the earrings. Love, love. Yes, of course you can. Excuse me. However, there is going to be a slight wait on the lavenders. So if you don't mind waiting, if you could just confirm for me, then I can definitely pop you on that list to be in the line for a lavender. And then, of course, once it becomes available, I can swap it in then. But it just does mean that the shipping time may be slightly longer depending on the wait time. Now, if you prefer not to wait, is there another colour that you'd like to go for? So it's just up to you what you prefer to do, my lovely. Just wrapping up your shells and writing your name on them. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Bab.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Bab. Swap the chocolate purples for lilac for the earrings. So the Lavenders, okay, so the Lavenders and the lilacs are in the same boat for, I'm afraid, with waiting for those colours. It's the one colour that is always sort of on the waiting list for. I think there'll be less of a wait for the Lavender opposed to having 2 lilacs for the earrings. Yeah, so I think there'll definitely be less a wait for the Lavenders. But it is that lighter sort of purple tone, which is very popular at the moment. And actually has been for a while. Yep, the other shades we've got are Grape Purples, light and dark, Cadbury Purples, sort of a brighter purple, and then moving into quite dark purples. Grape Purple, of course you can. Let me grab 2 Grape Purples for you. And then you can have a look here and let me know what you think to these. Okay, let's move the camera, oh, there we go, back down again. So there are 2 Grape Purples. What do you think to those, my lovely? Those ones, are we swapping the chocolate purple twins out or the sea green and lavender? I think it was the chocolate purples, but just confirm for me. And then you're happy to have those grape purples on the earrings. Perfect. I'm just going to write that down. Okay, there we go. So let me do your trick or treat card, Hannah. So in here we've dived in and your trick or treat card is a treat. You have got a 15% off code for the website. So if you would like to order again in the future, you'll have a 15% off code that you can use, and that will get emailed across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. Swap the chocolates out. Yep, that's perfect. I've done that for you. So I've wrapped up your shells and that's safe there. So Hannah, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And I've just popped that safely up there for you. Okay. Not a problem, Cindy. I'll do an updated order list shortly. Okay. Up next then today is Jody Dyer. Jody, are you here? Hannah, you're very, very welcome. So I'm looking for, oh, Jody, perfect. Hello, hello, hello. Jody, you have got a Mims spins. So let's go across to Mims screen here. I'll just need to know which character you would like, Jody. Which character from Mims spins would you like? I have just topped them all up there. The skeleton. Oh, there he is. So he is here. Let's go straight down to get him open. So there is the waving skeleton. So in here you have got a pendant. Now this one comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl gets set right in the center of this pendant. Okay, so this is the Oyster Pendant. So from the front, this is what it looks like. So you can see it is kind of like a oyster shape, and your pearl gets set right in the center of that oyster there. Okay, on the reverse side, again, it's all the shape, but you've then got this textured shell. So as you can see, it's quite a it's got quite a nice width to it, so that does mean that the pearl doesn't stick out at all. The pearl is nestled in there, so you will be able to sort of rub on this and not feel the pearl, because it does get set nicely and nicely and nestled in the shell. There we go. I hope you're happy with that one, Jody. But let's go across to Mim and see what she's got to say. So your Mims Pot of Mischief. Swap all of your pearls for different colours to what comes out of the oyster. Okay, so you've got one oyster opening with this pendant, and you get to keep this pendant. So I hope you're happy with it, Jody. But you have got to swap all of your pearls for different colours to what comes out of the oyster. So even if you're happy with the pearl that comes out of the oyster, or pearls if you've got a multiple oyster, you have to change them all for a different colour to what comes out. And then, of course, that one goes in this pendant. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. And that comes with one oyster opening. So, would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? Oh, bless you, Shannon. Of course I can. That'll be on Tuesday night, my lovely, and you'll get an email to book you in for that, okay? So, Jody, your mystery oyster. Lighter double pop there. Keep the shells, not a problem. So there's your mother of pearl. And in here I can see a darker pearl there, and he is a darker chocolate pearl, which means, oh, there's no more in that one. You have to swap that chocolate pearl out for a different colour. So that colour can be any colour of your choice, and that's going to be going into your oyster pendant. It just cannot be a chocolate coloured pearl. Okay, Jody. I actually photoed one of these pendants with a TARDIS blue in the other day. It was beautiful. The colour sort of reflects on the silver on the inside of the pendant as well. So whatever colour you pick will sort of be amplified by on the edges of the pendant. So it is lovely once it's got the pearl in there. So I will measure your chocolate, but I will need to know which colour you'd like to swap him for. So he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. I'm just going to wrap your shells up here. a dark cherry? Of course you can. So I've gone for the black cherries. Oh, that one's lovely. I probably could go, yeah, I could go darker than this if you would like me to. So if you'd like to go even more darker, I can definitely do that. Or if that one's okay, that's perfect as well. So it's completely up to you, my lovely. That's perfect. Okay, perfect. So if I take the chocolate away and that black cherry is yours, I'm just going to bring you back up again. Okay, so we're going to have black cherry there, and let me just pop your name on your shells. Perfect. So I'm going to do your trick or treat and dive in there for you. So your trick or treat, and you have got a trick. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back of that card there, Jody. But I do hope that you're happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Yep, so Postage Times, I'm just going to go through this quickly before we move on to the next person, just because moving from this point onwards and up until the end of December, Postage Times are going to be a little bit funny. It normally takes up to 14 working days to get everything shipped out, because everything is personalised. Obviously I drill and set all the pearls, and if you're waiting on colours or anything, it can take slightly longer. But it's normally 14 working days. However, so the process is, once the item is dispatched, you'll get a dispatched email from me, and that will get sent to the email address that's on the order form, and you'll get a tracking number within that email. Now, normally, if you're in the UK, Royal Mail can take up to 1 to 3 working days to receive that parcel from the day that I sent it. But from now until the end of December, Royal Mail have got a lot of interruptions with strikes, and then some days they're pausing networking, some days they're pausing distribution, and I've got a pinned post on my page of all the different dates of where Royal Mail are halting, and there's a lot of dates from now until the end of December. So my shipping time should be the same within 14 working days. However, the actual posting, like from the point I dispatch it to the point you receive it, that may be longer. And I don't know how long that would be. I imagine it would add on maybe up to possibly an extra 3 days, possibly. I don't know. So do keep that in mind, that my time should still be the same, but from that dispatched point, that will be longer. So if you do need anything by a certain time, I would definitely say to order in advance, just because of those shipping times that we don't know what's going to happen and what impact that is going to have, especially as it's coming to the festive time of the year. Just wanted to say, pop that in there. Perfect. There's so many strikes. There's so many. Like I said, I've got a pin post on the page with all the dates if anybody was curious for their own sakes to see. But yeah, it's just, it will impact. Right, up next then is Nicola Dyson. Oh, I've done that already. Nicola Dyson, are you here? I've just updated the order list. Cindy, my lovely, you said you ordered. I don't have an order my end. So just double check that. Or it just hasn't come through my end yet. Nicola, hello, hello, hello. Nicola, you have got 3 Mims spins and then a oyster opening with your item of jewellery as well. So if we do your Mims spins first, as you've already said all of your choices there. So you have got, or you would like, the bat, the cat, and bat, I've lost you. Oh, bat, cat and witch. Here she is. Okay, and donate the shells. Perfect. So if we go across, bat, cat and witch, we'll just pop the cat and the witch to the side and we'll open at the bat first. Oh, bless you, Charlotte. I hope you feel better soon. So inside your bats, Nicola. And you have got a crystal pendant. Now this crystal pendant would come with 1 oyster opening, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off the pendant. Okay, so like I say, you can have the pearl on or off. If you chose to have it on, it would sit at the top. Now this one, just because it's leaning against the card and I've got it at an angle, it's sitting funny, but as you wear it, it actually drops down, so the bail then does sit central. But just because it's on this card and the heart itself can move, the bail can go side to side, so it looks off center, but like I say, when you wear it, it does hang central. So this is the Doting Love pendant, which is on the website, and this is in that gorgeous tanzanite, so a lighter purple heart here. Lisa, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. I hope you're happy with that one, Nicola. However, let's pop over to Mim's Pot of Mischief and see what she's got to say. So in here, I will send you a stinky oyster to open at home. Ooh, Nicola. We're going to add in a stinky oyster and the gloves and a code on how to open the oysters to you at home, and then if you can possibly open it. I do send an advisory with it as well. I hope you're happy with that. So it means you get to keep this pendant. Let me write this down. Okay. So you get to keep that pendant, and then like I said, it comes with 1 oyster opening. We'll do that in a moment. Moving on to the cat. So in here, you've got a pair of earrings. So your pair of earrings, now again, these are interchangeable, so I just need to build them if you like. So they are starting with studs here, okay? So you'll have 2 oyster openings and you can just wear them as normal stud earrings. Or you have this swing hoop section. Now there's a little loop up here, so you thread that onto the studs itself. Then pop it through your ear, or you can even have it at the back of the ear actually, it doesn't matter. And then you made your simple studs into these swing hoop earrings. So it is a chain, then this gorgeous hoops on the bottom. And then again, because it is interchangeable, if you've got any studs at home or if you get any in the future, you can add these swing hoops onto those stud earrings as well. So then you change the colour of them. So you can wear the studs on their own, or you can add this swing hoop section on. I hope you're happy with those, my lovely. But again, you get a Mims Pot of Mischief. I'm just going to pat that all down. Okay, so if I dive in, and in here, you have a bonus red pearl. Okay, so again, you get to keep these earrings. So I hope you're happy with those earrings. And you get a bonus red pearl. So that means this red pearl is yours. You can choose to pop this on the jewellery, but you cannot swap this out. Or you can just have it as a loose pearl. So there's your bonus red pearl there. I hope you're happy with that. And then, like I say, you get to keep these earrings. So that's a further 2 oyster openings there. And then moving on to your last pick, which is the witch. And in here you have got a pendant. Okay, so this pendant, I want to say it's the Lucky in Threes pendant. I may be wrong, but it's one of our pendants which is in the elegant section on the website. Now the bail itself at the top here, let me just get it focused. The bail itself at the top here is encrusted with zircon crystals. And then you've got 3, is it 3? Yeah, you've got 3 crystals making their way down the pendant there. And then your pearl sits and hangs on the bottom. So this one, the pearl definitely does need to go onto that jewellery. So I hope you're happy with that one. However, if we go back across to Mims Pot of Mischief and dive right in, and in here, have another spin and choose between the jewellery. Okay, so it means you get to pick another character and then pick either this item or the new item of jewellery. Okay, so I'm going to take you back across to the characters. So if you let me know which character you would like, and then if we can get to pick between that pendant or whatever is in the new item. So which character would you like, Nicola? Oh, bless you, Neil. I didn't realise you was at work. Have a good evening. Toothy Pumpkin. Here he is, Mr. Toothy Pumpkin. So let's come back across here, and inside Mr. Toothy Pumpkin you have got a bracelet. Okay, so this is the adjustable corded bracelet. So again, you pull the knots to make it smaller, and then you loosen it by loosening the knot to make it larger, or again smaller by pulling it. Now this is Love of the World bracelet, I believe it is. So overall it is a heart, but then it has the world map etched and designed within that heart itself. Now this one, it comes with 1 oyster opening, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. It's completely up to you. Or you can stay with your original pendant and go for the necklace. So Nicola, it's really hard with my lighting today. I don't know what's going on. Would you like to keep the pendant, or would you like to change to the bracelet? Sorry, I'm just getting that focused for you. Sorry, the camera's been a little bit temperamental today. There we go. Dearie me. Can you keep the pendant? Of course you can. So that bracelet, I'm just going to pop back away. Pop that over there. Okay, so the pendant is yours, which means you have got 1 oyster opening with this pendant where your pearl needs to go onto the jewellery. 1 oyster opening with the crystal heart where the pearl can go on or off, it's up to you. And then 2 oyster openings with the swing hoop earrings, and then the pearls of course need to go on the studs. And you've got 1 oyster opening as well with the item of jewellery which you've purchased. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oysters altogether. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours you're hoping for? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. One, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Donate the shells, perfect. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? And then of course you've got that bonus red pearl as well, which is already in the sand for you. Oyster number 1. Again, I'm just going to adjust this lighting. I don't know what's... Right, let's try it like that. Oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And again, I can see a darker pearl towards the top of this one there. So if we squidge him out, he looks like he's possibly a darker chocolate pearl. There's no more in that one. So, oh, everything's running away. There we go, darker chocolate pearl to start with. Then moving on to oyster number 2. Light pop there. And in here you've got a runaway with a brighter icy blue. But then I can see straight away that you are twinning with icy blue pearls here, Nicola. There's no more in that one. So no, most of the time if you order the jewellery, it will say in the description of the item how many oyster openings it comes with. So yeah, no, most of the time, no, it already comes with that oyster opening. Nicola, there are your twinning icy blue pearls. It will be, Danielle, yes. Moving on to your next oyster. Lighter but deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Already about to have a runaway when I pick that up. Yep, there you go. So a darker pearl there. And if I just have a squidge here, you are twinning for a second time, Nicola. So second set of twins. Now this set is a darker chocolate pair. So before you had a single darker chocolate pearl, these twins are slightly darker chocolate still than your single chocolates. Sorry, just trying to get that focused. Oh, Mr. Camera. There we go. Moving on to your last 2 oysters here. So in here, lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see a gorgeous pink pearl sitting at the top. If I squidge him out and have a squidge around here as well, there's no more in that one. So you've got a blush pink single pearl. And then moving on to your last oyster, my lovely. Quite a nice louder pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a chocolate bronzy colour. Okay, so what we're going to do, my lovely, is we're going to go through all of these colours for you, and then we need to know which ones you'd like on the jewellery. And of course, if you're not happy with the colours, we can swap them for you, okay? So if we go through the top row first, you've got the chocolate, burgundy red, blush pink, and then a chocolatey bronze, twinning icy blues, and twinning chocolates as well. If I run them through the board for you, Nicola, the chocolatey bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, sorry, he is a 7. Burgundy red's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Icy blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Icy blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, so they're slightly different sizes there. Chocolate twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And chocolate twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a, oh, he's a 7.5, so again measuring slightly different sizes with the twins. Swap the chocolate. How many chocolates would you like to swap for the... Oh, okay, I'm with you, Nicola. So icy blues. For grape purples. The chocolate for a black. Chocolate twins for a royal blue and a grape purple. That's crazy, Sophie. Ooh. Okay, Nicola, if you just have a look here for me then, my lovely. The row that's along the bottom are the ones I've added in, so they are the ones we've taken out. Then the black, 2 grape purples, the royal blue, and then a grape purple single pearl as well. So it's the grape purple twins on the earrings. And then would you like a pearl on the crystal pendant? And then I need to know the colour for the pearl on the other pendant. I was actually listening to Christmas music today. I can't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something Christmassy while working. On the silver pendant or the crystal pendant, Nicola? Just going to bring you up so I can write this down. So on the earrings, we're going to have grape purple. Hannah, of course you can, that's not a problem. Then the grape purple on the crystal pendant, Nicola. Okay, and then which colour pearl would you like on the normal pendant? Hannah, I've got that down for you, okay. And the royal blue on the silver one. Okay, perfect, Nicola. So I'll just go through this again just to confirm that I've got everything correctly for you, my lovely. Okay, so on the earrings, you've got the Grape Purples. On the crystal pendant, you've got the single Grape Purple. And on the silver pendant, you've got the Royal Blue. That leaves you with your 4 loose pearls. And then you've got a Stinky Oyster to receive at home as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicola. Of course we can. Swap the pink for a dark purple. Sorry, I didn't realise you'd like to swap the other ones. Of course we can. Are you happy with the other ones as well? For a dark purple. Thank you, Nina. Can you confirm, are you happy with those, or was the other ones that you'd like to swap at all, my lovely? That's fine. Okay. So let me just bring you back up and I'll pop these in here for you. Perfect. If we do your, there we go. If we do your trick or treat as well, Nicola, dive in here. So your trick or treat, and you have got a treat. You've got a 15% off code for the website. So if you would like to order again in the future, you'll have a 15% off code that you can use. I hope you're happy with everything there, my lovely, and thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, Nicola. Sorry, I'm just topping the bags back up on the character spinning tree, if you like. There we go. No, we don't have the kids section per se, Talia. It's sort of all mixed in with the other pendants. Mainly, we've got one kid's bracelet, as in specifically child-sized. And then the pendants are all mixed in because I found that, for example, the unicorn pendant, both adults and children would wear it, if that makes sense. So it is just a case of thinking if there is anything specifically you'd like, please ask. But if you have a look at the pendants on the website, you can sort of see everything on there. I hope that helps. Right, up next today is Rachel Jones. Rachel, are you here? Rachel, hello. Hello, hello, hello. You have got 3 Mims spins, my lovely. So I've gone back across to Mim here. What 3 characters would you like, Rachel? Yes, you can. Sorry, because I just clicked this, I just have to finish clicking it, otherwise it won't remember what I did. There we go, I do apologise. So you would like to have the Grumpy Cat. Where are we, Mr. Cat? That's you there. So Grumpy Cat, the Confused Pumpkin, here he is, Mr. Confused Pumpkin, and the Waving Skeleton. Okay, so if we bring you straight down, my lovely, good luck with these. So Grumpy Cat, Confused Pumpkin, and the Waving Skeleton. So what we'll do is we'll do the Grumpy Cat first. And in here, you have got a pendant. Now this pendant, the pearl definitely does go onto the jewellery, and it sits right in the centre of this one. And this one on the website is called the Winter Sun Pendant. So I don't know if you would have seen it or not, Rachel. But look here. The Winter Sun Pendant. So you can see it is a sun outline with zircon crystals going all the way around the outside. And then you've got this line going down the middle, and in the centre of that line is a slight pin, but that is where your pearl will be set. So I hope you're happy with that one. However, if we go across to Mims' Pot of Mischief and dive straight in. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, extra oyster opening. She's being nice again today. So you get to keep the Winter Sun Pendant, and you get an extra oyster opening with that. So that one will actually come with 2 oyster openings altogether. Moving on to the Confused Pumpkin. Oh, I love this one. So this is the Ring of Life pendant. So this one comes with 1 oyster opening, and you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery. This one is a beautiful, and it is a larger sized pendant, but the detail is crazy. So it's called the Ring of Life because, as you can see, it is a circle. Almost looks like a ring, a Celtic designed ring going around the outside. And then you've got that tree of life in the centre there. Now, if you chose to have your pearl on this one, it would sit at the top. It sort of sits around here, can just move around slightly. Or you can have the pendant as it is. Okay. Now, if we just go back to Mim and see what she says in Mim's Pot of Mischief. Dun, dun, dun. Have a bonus purple pearl. She's been so nice today. So that means you get to keep that pendant as well. So I hope you're happy with that one. And then you get this bonus purple pearl. So this purple is yours. You still get the oyster opening, and you can have this one on the jewellery if you want to, but you cannot swap it. Okay, so you get to keep the Ring of Life there. And then moving on to your last bag then, which is the Waving Skeleton. And in here you've got a 3rd pendant. Now this one, let me just take this off here. This one, the pearl definitely does need to go onto the jewellery. Okay. So this pendant here is a heart which is slightly on its side. The top half of the heart is encrusted with crystals and the bottom half is the silver. And as you can see, your pearl hangs from the bottom there. Now the word actually in the middle is the word love, and instead of the O, it's actually a pink crystal. Okay, so I know it's backwards for you guys just because of the camera. You're seeing a mirror image, but that is the word love with the pink crystal in for the O. So I hope you're happy with that one. However, Mim's Pot of Mischief. You have a bonus purple pearl. So that's your second one, which means again you get to keep that pendant. We're going to go for a different shade of purple this time. Let's go for this one here. So I hope you're happy with all three of those. And those are your two bonus purple pearls. Okay, so this pendant, we definitely need to know what pearl you'd like on there. The Ring of Life, where you can have a pearl on or off, it's up to you. And then this pendant, where we definitely need to have a pearl on there as well. And you get an extra oyster opening here. So 3 oysters plus the extra is 4 oyster openings. And then of course you've already got your 2 bonus pearls on top of that as well. 2, 3 and 4. I might have to go top this bag up in a minute. Rachel, my lovely, you love all 3. Perfect. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colour pearls that you're hoping for here? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so oyster number 1. Lighter double pop there. And your first oyster has got a little bit of flesh, but you can see that there's no pearls there. I can see, however, you are quadding. 1, 2, 3 and 4 pearls in there, Rachel. Quadding with your first oyster. And I think actually that's the first quads of the day as well. Or of the evening, I should say. So in here you have got a chocolate brown, a TARDIS blue, a bright hot pink, and a sunset with an autumn peach. So your autumn peach has got an autumn peach and then it moves around into a pink tone there, which gives it a sort of brighter sunset themed or colouring to that pearl. So autumn peach and pink two-tonal pearl, brighter sunset. So beautiful first oyster opening, first set of quads. Moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a light pop there. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. And Rachel, you are twinning. And twinning with apple green twins. But these apple greens are 2 completely different shades to each other. Now visually they look like they're the same size. I will measure them at the end for you. But you've definitely got a lighter and then a brighter apple green there. And then moving on to your next oyster, you've got a softer pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh on that side. And you've got a darker pearl. Now that one is a darker chocolate pearl. There's no more in that one. I'm going to pop this one at the top next to the purples. And then moving on to your last oyster, which is again mystery oyster. Ow, I just hit it off my finger. There's a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see a pearl down the bottom there. Not a lot of flesh in that one, but there's no more in there. And you've got a darker grape purple. Okay, so if I go through all of these for you then, my lovely. Top row, you've got the chocolate, then the Cadbury purple and a brighter purple. You've got a chocolate, a TARDIS blue, bright pink and a sunset autumn peach. A single grape purple and twinning apple greens, one which is brighter, one which is slightly lighter. What do you think to all of these, Rachel? Now, if you're happy, we can, of course, swap them for you. And if you're not, if you're not happy, we can swap them. If you are happy, I will need to know which ones you'd like where. If I run them through the board, the single chocolate is a runaway, and he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a runaway again. He's not a 7, he's a 7.5. The Cadbury Purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the Brighter Purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Chocolate Quad is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. TARDIS Blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Hot Pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the Autumn Peach and Pink Sunset is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The Single Grape is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And then the two Apple Greens, the lighter of the two, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then the brighter of the two is not a 5, so sorry, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. What do you think, my lovely? Oh, bless you, Janine. If you would definitely like to get notifications, if you go to our Facebook page, then go to the events section. On there, click that you're going to the events, and then you'll 100% get a notification when the live is going to happen. Swap the two greens for olive green and a very dark green. Swap the two chocolates for a very dark blue and purple. And can you have the sunset on the first one? Okay, so the sunset pearl on this one, which is the Winter Sun Pendant. I'm just going to bring you up so I can write this down. I am going to do them off the live just because olive green I'd have to look, and dark green is fine. Very dark blue and purple. So yes, what I'll do is I'll write this down. So we're going to swap two apple greens and two chocolates for olive green, very dark green, very dark blue, and very dark purple. The pink on the third one, so the pink on the Love Heart one. Perfect. And then would you like to have a pearl on the Ring of Life, so the one with the tree? So on the heart, we're going to have pink. On the sun, we're going to have sunset. And on the tree, we're going to have... Now that one you can have a pearl, but you don't have to have a pearl. That's up to you. Hello, welcome, good evening everybody joining. So would you like one on the Ring of Life pendant or not? So the colours you've got left are the 3 purples and the blue. Okay, surprise you. Okay, perfect. Well, I hope you'll be happy with that surprise then, my lovely. The dogs are doing really well, thank you, Kelly. Okay, perfect. I've got that all down for you, Rachel. If we dive in here for your trick or treat card. So your trick or treat card is a treat, and you've got a 15% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you'll have a 15% off code that you can use, and that will get sent over to you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. How big is he? He's still slightly smaller than Kovu, but he's definitely grown. Okay, there we go. So that means up next then today is Sharon Lamb. Sharon, are you here? It's okay for now, Sarah. I will do if it gets too low. I do have, obviously, oysters to top it up, but we'll see. It's actually easier to hold the bag down as it is because they don't all spill out when it's too full. If I bring the bag down how I am doing, yeah, it gets very full. Sharon, hello. Sharon, you have got a Mims spins, so let's go across to Mim. Which character would you like, my lovely? Hello, Lorna. I have, yes, is the simple answer. Yes, last year we did a 12 days of Christmas. I actually have something similar planned this year, which will be launching hopefully by the end of the week coming. I've been working on it bit by bit. It's just getting actually to fully do it. So the Hungry Ghost, Sharon, let's go down. So in here, you have got a pendant. This pendant has one oyster opening and the pearl goes in the centre of the pendant here. So it definitely needs to go onto the jewellery. It is the... I want to say it's a bubble flower, but I don't think it is called the bubble flower, but it is gorgeous. So it's got, where your pearl is sitting is in the centre of the circle there. You've then got zircon and crusted petals coming out, and they sort of fold and then go under to then go round to the back there. So they come forward and fold under, come forward and fold under, all the way around, making up those petals. So I hope you're happy with that one. However, if we dive across to Mim's Pot of Mischief, and in here, have a bonus pearl colour of your choice. Mim, you're being extremely generous today. So bonus pearl colour, Sharon, you can either let me know now, or we can do your oyster opening and then you can let me know your bonus pearl colour then. It's up to you. But you get to have an extra pearl as well. There is a good selection coming out today, isn't there? You guys are picking well. It is the bubble flower. Perfect. Oyster first. Okie dokie. So oyster first, then we can go through that for you. So one oyster then, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there a certain colour that you are possibly hoping for, Sharon? So mystery oyster. Quite a nice deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You'd like to donate your shells. Thank you ever so much. Now I can see here a peeper with a coral pearl. There's no more in that one. Okay, so we have got a brighter coral pearl, my lovely. Now, if you're not happy with this one, we can, of course, swap him. And you get a bonus additional pearl as well, being a colour of your choice. So what do you think? And then, of course, I'll need to know which pearl you'd like to go onto your jewellery. If I measure this coral pearl for you, he is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. That one on the jewellery, perfect. And which bonus pearl colour would you like, my lovely? And I pick the extra pearl. Dun, dun, dun. Let me bring you back up. Would you like to see the pearl now, or would you like it to be a surprise? Thank you, Mem. Yeah. Would you like to see the pearl now, or would you like it to be a surprise, my lovely? Now, so I'm just currently looking through my two-tonal pots, just because they're slightly different in tone. Where did that lid go? Oh, there. Two-tonal pots, it's just they're very... rarely picked. Oh, the decision, it's such a hard decision. Should we go for, let's have a look in here. Never seen Mindy work. I mean, would you like to see her work? I can set her off manually if you'd like me to. If I manually turn her off and on again, she then wakes up with a noise. And she has worked whilst on the live. So I've grabbed an apple green pearl for you this time with darker spots going almost all the way around. So this one is quite different here. But if this isn't the sort of colour that you'd like, though, we can swap him for you, Sharon. So apple green with darker spots almost going all the way around. He's lovely. Perfect. He is yours. Sorry, if you guys give me a choice, sometimes I can take my time, but no, I'm glad. Oh, you're happy with that. If we do your trick or treat, and in here you have got a treat. You've got a 20% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you'll have a 20% off code that you can use. And that will get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. You're very welcome, Sharon. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I've popped that safely up there for you. Let's just go across to Mim and Mindy. Just going to move the camera slightly so you can see Mindy. And I'm just going to set her off. So, excuse me, Mindy. Where is she? Oh no, they're both going, but I didn't mean to set Mim off. Okay, right, we'll wait for Mim to stop and then we'll start off Mindy. So you ready? So she says the same thing. Oh, and Mim's gone too. Can you hear that? So they do sort of sound very similar, but Mim is definitely louder with a more shrieky kind of zone to her. Okay, twinning. Up next then today is Louise Trenner. Louise, are you here? Mim is creepy. Louise, hello, hello, hello. Let's go back across. Oh, scary pumpkins right at the front here. And donate the shells. Perfect, thank you. So if we go across your scary pumpkin. We're not starting that up again, Helen. I've put my foot down. Now this one you'll find in our elegant pendant section. It's a slightly smaller pendant, but it does have one oyster opening and your pearl does go on the jewellery. Now I think this is called the line pendant, but I may be wrong. Here we go. I need to start putting the names of the jewellery in the bags so I could say what they're called. So as you can see, it is like a little squiggle line. So it just has a little wave to it. Pure 925 silver. And then your pearl is at the bottom. So your pearl, I'm just going to get it focused again. Your pearl does definitely need to go on the jewellery there. I hope you're happy with that one, Louise. However, if we go back across to Mim's Pot of Mischief, and in here, have another go and keep both prizes. Okay, so you get to keep this one and you get to pick another character and then you get to keep both prizes, Louise. Perfect. So, which other character would you like? And then you get to keep that one and the one we've just had out as well. I cannot get comfortable today. I'm constantly trying to rearrange myself. Oh, she is being nice today. Can you have the cat? Okay, so your cat. And you get to keep this one here. This is another pendant. So you've got two pendants. And this one, the pearl, does need to go on the jewellery again here. Okay, so this one actually then comes with the chain. So the first one won't come with the chain. This one does come with the chain. Okay, so on this side you will have a small lobster fitting, which will mean you can obviously take the pendant on and off, although it is quite a long chain. I think this one's going to be 22 inches, around that from memory. And your pearl sits on the chain here, which then links at the top like so. So it will link here like this. And then your pearl can be either extended through here. Oh, sorry, if I just gather more chain, I can show you what I mean. So your pearl hangs through the circle basically, and then you can choose to see how long you want your pearl to hang. So it can be longer or shorter. Now with this one, because it will have the clip on this side, which means that's the way you take it on and off, because this is a complete chain all the way around. Okay, so it will have a clip here to take it on and off. Now there'll be two ways of keeping this one, so obviously the pearl doesn't just fully come out and then the pendant fall off. So I will tell you now, Louise, you can either clip this bit in with the clip so it sort of all joins in together, or you just double loop the pearl. So you thread it through once you know what length you want it, thread it through a second time, and then there you go. So you can see it's still movable, but it's harder to come completely undone because it's double looped. Okay, so I hope you're happy with that one as well. And like I say, the pearl does need to go onto there. Now, that means you've got two oyster openings altogether. So you've already said you'd like to donate your shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for, my lovely? Both pendants do need to have the pearls on, so I'll need to know which one you'd like on each pendant. So, oyster number 1. You've got a light pop there. And your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. If I have a squidge in here for you. Your first pearl out is a darker colour, and there's no more in that one. So I've just seen that you're possibly hoping for a TARDIS blue. Okay. So our first pearl is a silver. So you've got a darker silver to start with here. And then moving on to your oyster number 2. So again, mystery oyster here, lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you've got a gold, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so it's a slightly two-tonal gold, which means, don't bury him, which means he's slightly lighter and then brighter as you go around the around the pearl there. So you've got gold and silver here, Louise. Now you did say you was hoping for a TARDIS blue, so we can of course swap these for you if you would like to. or if you're happy with these, that's perfect as well. I'll need to know which colour you'd like on each item. So you've got the line pendant and the circle pendant. If I run these through the board, the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. So swap the gold for a TARDIS blue. So then you'd like to have the TARDIS blue on the circle pendant and the silver on the line pendant. Is that correct, Louise? Just confirm for me. And also if you're happy with that blue to go on the jewellery. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so let me bring you back up here so I can write this down. So the line, we're going to have silver. The circle, we're going to have blue. So you also get a trick or treat card. So with your trick or treats, my lovely, you have got a trick. That does mean that there's nothing on the back of that one, but I do hope that you're happy with everything, Louise, once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well, my lovely. Okay. You're very, very welcome. Perfect. Up next then today is Tracy Mills. Tracy, are you here? That was the chair that's making that noise. Oh. Sorry, everything's under. Okay. Tracy, hello. Now, Tracy, shall we do your oyster openings first and then Mims spins afterwards, if that's okay with you? If so, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 oyster openings all together. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? I've just realised that I haven't updated the order list for you guys to see, have I? So let me just update this for you, then I'll post it in the comments here as well. So we're on Tracy now. There we go, that's posting on the page, and then this is the order list in the comments as well. So Tracy, 4 oyster openings now, my lovely, and then we'll do your Mims spins afterwards. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Are there certain colours you're hoping for, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? So let's go down. Mystery oysters I've opened along the bottom here. And number 1. Quite a nice deep pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in your first oyster, you've got a huge, absolutely huge, larger, darker pearl there. So let me just dry him up. I'll be interested to see what size he is actually. And he is a darker gunmetal grey. So almost black, that one, but he is a darker gunmetal grey. Moving on to oyster number 2. Quite a nice lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a lighter watermelon pearl. There's no more in that one. And there's your lighter watermelon. And then your next oyster, so again, mystery oyster here, you've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see a peeper towards the side of the oyster there. Now that looks to me like a pastel, nope, it is a lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. So a lemon yellow pearl here. And then moving on to your last oyster. Oh, double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And a darker pearl. So they're all single oysters with that one, Tracy. So this one here, he looks like he is a dark purple pearl. So with your pearls then, I'll need to know which colours you'd like on which items. And of course, if you're not happy with these, we can swap them for you. So you've got the dark purple, coral, darker gunmetal grey, and a lemon yellow. If I run these through the board for you, the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. We haven't had a 9 in ages. In fact, the last person to get a 9 was Cindy Brown, and that's because I didn't have any 9 club badges in at the time, I remember. The badges are now all here, and Cindy has got her 9 club badge, but that's how I remember that one. So that was quite a while away, actually. A while ago even, I should say. Hopefully we'll have one soon. Like, the badges are ready to go. Watermelon in the cage. Oh, I'm just going to write this down as I read it. So watermelon in there. Change yellow and grape purples to match the one you have. Yes, I can do. However, I'd have to do that off the live just because that's quite a dark purple and I don't have those darks next to me. So, like I say, I can do so, but it would be off the live if that's okay with you. It just means that I don't, yeah, I don't always keep all the pearls next to me. Did you bring the squash?
I didn't even know you'd asked me for some of it.
Oh, can you have a look and then bring it in, please? Thank you for the tea. And then I'm guessing it's the purples on the other 2 items. Not a problem, Louise. I will add that on to the same order for you, okay? Then those on the neck, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So purple on there and purple on there. Now, I don't think at all that there's going to be a weight on that. I think that will definitely get done for you. If there is an issue or a weight, please wait there, with the colours, you'll get an email from me tomorrow. If you don't hear from me, it means it has been swapped successfully, okay? So you also, Tracy, have 2 Mims spins, my lovely. Let's go across to Mim. Which 2 characters would you like? Sorry, I just quickly muted you then so I could speak to Aaron. I do apologise. But that's why it would have went deadly silent then. I just needed to get to tell him something. Right, Tracy, Ghost and Hungry Pumpkin. Hungry Pumpkin? Ah, I'm confused, my lovely. So Ghost is the hungry ghost, and he is holding a pumpkin. And then the pumpkins that we've got is the scary pumpkin, the toothy pumpkin, or the confused pumpkin. What do you think? So we've got the confused pumpkin, the scary pumpkin, or the toothy pumpkin, because the hungry ghost is, he is holding a pumpkin, but confused pumpkin, you're right at the front here. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, my lovely. I know the names are silly. They're not they're not very clear. But there's your hungry ghost and your confused pumpkin. So we'll open up the ghost first. So in here, you have got a pendant. Okay. Now this pendant comes with one oyster opening, and you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery with this one. It's going to be completely up to you. Now this one is the Jody pendant, I believe, on the website, and it comes in two colours. So the colour you've got here is the pink one. So it comes in pink and purple. So actually it was a pink encrusted crystal heart. So as you can see, it is a heart which has got pink crystals which go all the way around that, making up the heart itself. If you had the pearl on here, it'd sit towards the top and it could move around. Or you can just have the pearl loose and the pendant as it is. Now, if I go across to Mim and see what she has got to say. Good luck, my lovely. Oh, I've got a couple then. There we go. Okay. Oh, so here, choose either another oyster opening and keep all the pearls, which means you keep this pendant and have two oyster openings instead of one, or pick again from the tower to choose one item of jewellery. So, or you can pick another character and then pick either this pendant or the new pendant. Okay, so either would you like to stick with this one and have an extra oyster opening, or pick again and then choose from this one or your new item. What do you think, Tracy? What would you like to do? Pick again and go for the bat. That's not a problem. Let's go back across to this screen here. So your bat is this, oh, there we go, this one. And let's bring you back again. So the bat, there we go. And you've got a bracelet. Okay, so this bracelet is again a black corded bracelet where you can make it bigger or you can make it smaller, and it is the entwined or the infinity bracelet. So it's got the infinity sign with two love hearts either side of it there. Now again, this one comes with one oyster opening as well, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off this jewellery here as well. So that's going to be up to you, Tracy. So regarding which item, you've got the bracelet or the pendant. Will that focus like that? Which one would you like to keep, my lovely? Can you keep the heart? So both come with one oyster opening. Both you can have the pearl on or off. So is that to keep the heart, my lovely? You'd like to keep the heart pendant. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this one over here, and then we'll open up the confused pumpkin before we do your oyster openings. So if I bring across the confused pumpkin, so this one you get another Mims Madness pick again, and in here you have got a pair of earrings, Tracy. Now these earrings, I think from the top of my head, are called the flower basket earrings. They're again all 925 silver. These ones are stud back earrings. And with these ones, you can have the pearls on or off the jewellery. So this one's going to be up to you. I'm actually just going to hold it in my hand because I think it focuses it. Yeah, let me get both of them slightly better with the black. I'm waiting on my black boards to arrive. So these ones are, like I said, I think they're called the flower basket. And as you can see, you've got this detail of almost like twisting vines going around. And you've got two flowers, one here and one here. Now, if you chose to have your pearls on this one, the pearls would be hanging from the bottom. But like I said, you don't have to have pearls on here if you don't want to. That's going to be completely up to you, my lovely. Okay, however, let's go back across to Mim and dive in her pot of mischief. And in here, change your pearls for shades of blue. Oh no, which means you get to keep the earrings, but from these two oysters, whatever pearls come out, we have to change them for shades of blue. Okay, now you get to pick which shades of blue you would like, and that does mean that if you would like to have pearls on the earrings, it would need to be those blue shades. But like I said, you don't have to have pearls on there if you don't want to. We still have to swap them for the blue though. So 3 oyster openings altogether. So number 1, that one's for the pendant, and then these next 2, 1 and 2 of the blue. Now if one of these colours is already blue, you get to keep it, but of course whatever colours come out, we have to swap those for different blues. And then if you would like to have pearls on the earrings, they have to be those blues. And then you've got that pendant where you can have the pearl on or off, and that's completely your choice, my lovely. Now if we open up your first oyster, so this one's for the pendant, and you've got a lighter pop there. Oh, no way. So there's your mother of pearl. And your first pearl out is a blue. Now that's just a piece of the shell that's come away there. So let me just squidge that out and have a squidge to see if there's any more. No, no more in that one. So you've got a Pepsi blue from your first oyster. It's going to be an all blue pearl set for you, Tracy. Unless, of course, actually you can swap this pearl out if you wanted to. So blue there. Moving on to oyster number 2. Ow. Oh, that one made my thumb. Oh, no wonder I split the shell with that one. I do apologise. I've completely split the shell. That's why it hurt my thumb. Okay, so in here, there's your mother of pearl. I have got a strong thumb. Let me have a squidge in here for you. And you've got a gold. Oh, I love that Stella. And there's no more in that one. I love Christmas card making. I just never get the time for it. So first pearl out that we would have to swap is a gold. Now what we could do is, if you get a colour out of these two oysters you wanted to keep, you could technically swap it, because this pearl you're allowed to swap, and you could just swap it because that is a blue. So that is the loophole with this one, but we'll see what comes out, Tracy, and then we'll see what you'd like to do. So oyster number 2, which you've got a lighter pop there. Ew. Ew. It's all sort of gone into mush, but I can see a pearl there. Okay, there's definitely no other pearls in there. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds amazing, Stella. I love gnomes and mushroom houses. I actually made mushroom houses out of clay for some of the centerpieces at my wedding. Love that. Now you've got a bridal white under all that stuff. You have a bridal white. So Tracy, what would you like to do? The gold and the whites we have to swap out for different shades of blues. Now they can be the same shade of blue, but they just have to be a blue. And then your top one is a Pepsi blue. So, couple of questions. What shades of blue would you like to swap the gold and white for? And then with your pendant and your earrings, would you like any pearls on there? Because both items you can have pearls on or off. And if on, which colours would you like? And last question, you can swap the blue if you want to. If so, what colour would you like to swap him to? Sorry, I've bombarded you there, so we can go through it step by step if you'd like to as well. I'm going to measure them. The Pepsi Blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Bridal White's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Surprisingly, actually, that one wasn't too much of a stinker. I think it had gone sort of thicker. Just a little description is because it gone thicker, it hadn't smelt as much. It's when the slime comes is when it's bad. Ooh. What do you think? Choices of blue. Thank you, Mim. I don't actually know what she's saying. Like in that section, I don't have a clue. So you've got the darker TARDIS blue, bright icy blue and lighter icy blue. And then of course, if you're going to swap your Pepsi blue out, you're going to have the Pepsi blue as well. For a light silver. You can indeed. So let me just... So with the silver, I do have some available. I just don't have them next to me because I was actually doing something with them earlier. I was making something. So if you're happy for me to do so, I can swap the Pepsi blue off the live for a lighter silver for you, and then the silver to go on the pendant. And then if just confirm for me if you're happy with those blues there, I'll pop those on the earrings. Is that all okay for you? Mim. Okay. Mim is not staying for Christmas. She cannot. I will not. She will not. She can't. She has got plans for herself with her family in Barbados. She's going to stay with Merlin. If anybody knows that reference. Oh, perfect, Tracy. You're very welcome. Right, let's dive in. And your trick or treat, you have got a treat. You've got a 10% off code for the website. So Tracy, if you would like to order again in the future, you'll have a 10% off code you can use, and that will get sent across to the email address that's on the order form tomorrow for you. Okay, and that means up next then today is Jody Dyer. Jody, are you here? Tracy, you're very, very welcome. Boo! I wanted to make you jump, but Mims... That was a really bad boo. Sorry, Val.
Shockingly bad.
That was such a bad boo. You were coming in anyway. Oh.
But if you weren't here, it would have been more scary than...
It was a really bad boo. I'm sorry. Oh no. Thank you. That's a really bad boo. Like he was coming in. Oh, right. Jody, hello. Oh. Sorry, Sharon. Oh gosh. What's the time? Oh, I'm already, is that like time of night for me? Right, Jody, you have got one Mims spins, my lovely. Let's go across to Mim. Which character would you like? The ghost. Oh, he's right here. So, Mr. Hungry Ghost. Let's go down, Jody. So, in here, you have got a pendant. Now, this pendant comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl does need to go onto the pendant, and it gets set right in the center of the pendant here as well. Now this is called the Woven Pendant on the website, and as you can see for its name, it's because it is woven in and out of each other, making that gorgeous design in the circle. Now, like you can see here, you won't see that center point because that is, like I said, where the pearl will sit. So you don't see that design in the center there, but you just see the woven design around the outside. I hope you're happy with that, Jody. However, we've got to do your Mims Spins pot of mischief. So if we dive in, and in here, so you've got as well, change your pearls for shades of blue. So the pearl does need to go on this pendant. You get to keep the jewellery. However, you have to change the pearl for shades of blue, which means a blue will be going on this pendant. I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. Which means this one comes with one oyster opening. So, Mystery Oyster, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? And is there a colour that you're not hoping for to come out? Because obviously we're going to have to swap it for a shade of blue. If a blue comes out, we can stay with that blue, of course, if you're happy with that shade. So lighter pop there. And donate the shells. Perfect, thank you. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, you've got 1, oh no, 2, 3 and 4. You are quadding. And there's no more in that one, which means, Jody, we need to swap all 4 of these for shades of blue, my lovely. So you've got a coral, a sea green, a gunmetal grey and a bridal white. Coral, sea green, gunmetal grey and bridal white. Now, do you know what shades of blue you would like to have? I'm going to run these ones through the board as well. So the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Sea green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Gunmetal grey's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Excuse me. And the bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Yes, so I've actually got some from earlier next to me. So you've got the darker TARDIS, then the TARDIS, the Pepsi, the light, that's not Pepsi, sorry, actually that could be a, okay, so you've got dark TARDIS, bright icy blue, lighter icy blue, and then that one's a very, very light icy blue. I'll take these 4 to the side because we have to swap those, says Mim. I do apologise. So which 4? Would you like? The first 4, so take this one away, is that correct? So leave those 4 there. And if so, which one would you like on the pendant? So dark TARDIS blue, then normal TARDIS blue, bright icy blue or lighter icy blue. So the dark TARDIS, normal TARDIS, bright icy or light icy. I'm just going to bring you back up. Hello. So darkest blue, which is the dark TARDIS, normal TARDIS, bright icy, lighter icy blue. Pepsi blue, yes, the brightest one, the bright icy blue, perfect. Okay, let me pop your other ones in here as well. Okay, so the other shades of blue that we get are, that I just don't have any available now to show you, which is why I'm not popping them on, because obviously they're not available to add in. But we do still get Pepsi blues, denim blues, sea blues, sky blues, midnight blues. I think that's all of them. It's just I don't have any available in my swaps at the moment. Right, Jody, let's do your trick or treats, my lovely. And you have a trick. So that means that there's no pearls there. But I do hope you're happy with that. Oh yes, and Smurf blue. Don't tell Sophie I forgot about Smurf blue. Jody, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And I've just popped that safely up there for you. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay, up next then today is Danielle Harvard. Danielle, are you here? Yep, so I just had a dark TARDIS blue and then a normal TARDIS blue there. Danielle, hello. Now you have got a Mims spins, my lovely. So let's go across to Mim. Which character would you like? Again, they go through here. They're all then, obviously, here I just spin round to get the one that you pick. So which character would you like, my lovely? All the blues that I don't have available, there would be a waiting list for. So if you asked for it, you'd have to go on the waiting list until it became available. Can you have the witch? Okay. Oh, there we go. So your witch, let's go down. So good luck, my lovely. So in here, we are indeed, Neil. Your witch, you have got a crystal pendant, Danielle. Now this crystal pendant is a long rectangle or a baguette crystal, if you like, and it's in the shade of a dark blue, almost like a darker denim blue shade. So if this also, depending on where the light catches it, will be lighter or darker blues. And this one comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl can go on or off the jewellery. It's completely up to you. Almost looks like it's got some silvery greys in there as well, but it's definitely just different shades of blue depending on where the light hits it. I hope you're happy with that one. However, let's go across to Mim's Pot of Mischief and see what she says. Neil, I hope you had a good shift at work. So in here, you have got, okay, so choose. So this one means that you can choose either to have another oyster opening and keep all your pearls. So if you're happy to keep this pendant, it normally comes with one oyster opening, but it means that you get 2 oyster openings altogether. Or you can pick again from the tower to choose one item of jewellery. So, or you can pick another character and then you pick either this item or the other one. Okay, so would you either like to have another oyster opening and stick with one you've got, or pick another character and then pick between the 2 items of jewellery? What do you think? Extra oyster opening, perfect. So you're sticking with this one, and then like I said, you can have a pearl on or off this one. It's completely up to you. So that means you've got 2 oyster openings altogether, Danielle. Would you like to keep, or would you like to, actually might as well go for that one as well. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours you're hoping for? So 1 and 2. Sorry, I went to pull one out, 2 came out at the same time, then I went to put it back, and then I thought, no, we're having 2 oysters anyway, we might as well have them both. So your oyster number 1, quite a nice double deep pop there. So the TARDIS blue and Pepsi blue are very similar, but then the Smurf blue is a light colour like Smurfs. So Danielle, you'd like to donate your shells, perfect. So there was your mother of pearl. And I can see a little peeper towards the side here. You have got, oh, a backwards runaway. Oh wow, that is a gorgeous colour. There's no more in that one. It's like a 2-tonal. Let me just have a closer look. It's like a 2-tonal autumn peach, gold and chocolate bronze. So it's almost like a autumnal vibe all in one. Oh, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. So it sort of goes from a light autumn peach into like a dark autumn peach, then a chocolatey bronze. I don't think the camera's picking it up very well. It is lovely. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Again, slightly lighter pop there. Oh, and in here, there's your, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see a blue pearl here. So your blue pearl is a TARDIS blue. And there's no more in that one. So you've got like a 3-tonal autumn peach. I want to call it like an autumnal pearl, because honestly it does go into that sort of chocolatey bronze. I don't know why the camera's not picking it up as clearly. But you've got your 3-tonal autumn peach, and then you've got a TARDIS blue. What do you think to these? If you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can of course swap the colours for you, and then I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off of the jewellery. I haven't seen that one before either, Linda. I think that's the first time that sort of 3-tonal colour has sort of come out. It is gorgeous. Right, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Keep these 2 colours, perfect. And would you like to have one on the jewellery, or would you like to have both pearls loose and the pendant as it is? That's completely up to you. It's a good choice. That autumnal one is stunning. The blue on the pendant, of course you can. I'm going to try and get a photo of that one, or even a video of it in the daylight, because you guys need to see that transition of the colour as it goes round. Stunning. Right, you'd like to have the blue on the pendant. Perfect. Okay. Pop this on here. Danielle, I'm glad and I hope you're happy with everything there. If we do your trick or treat as well, I don't know why I closed my eyes again, because I'm holding it high up so I can't see what's going on. Your trick or treat card, you have got a treat. You've got a 20% off code for the website. So if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have a 20% off code that you can use. and that will get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. And then that's safe up there for you, my lovely. Okay. Up next then today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? And Danielle, you're very, very welcome. Cindy, hello, 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 hello. You have got one Mims spin, so you would like to have the bat. You are ready. Let's go across to Mim. And you'd like to donate your shells. That's perfect, thank you. So if we go and have a look for the bat, here he is. And let's go straight down so we can see what's inside for you, Cindy. You have got a cage pendant. Now this cage pendant, Facebook banned. So do you know I've got a shop on Facebook? Facebook removed this item because it's called horn cage pendant. So I think they thought I was selling some sort of horn or something. I don't know. But anyway, Facebook doesn't like me to sell this item. But on the website, like I said, it's called the horn cage pendant. And that's because I see it. It could be a type of horn. So you could blow it here and that is the end of the horn. It could also be a pixie shoe or an elf hat or a Christmas hat. You can see this cage in lots of different styles. Now it holds one pearl and the pearl sits in the center there. And then you can change the pearl around at home if you've got any loose pearls at home. So I hope you're happy with everything with that one. However, let's go across to Mim and dive into her pot of mischief. And Cindy, have a bonus pearl colour of your choice, which is perfect because you've got a cage there, so you get to keep that cage and you get an extra pearl colour. So what we're going to do is we're going to do your oyster opening, and then you can let me know what bonus pearl you would like at the end as well, and then you'll be able to use both the pearls, or if you've got multiple, all your pearls in that cage to change around. So if I dive in here, your mystery oyster, you've got a lighter pop there. Ooh! So you have got a runaway, backwards runaway there. There's your mother of pearl. And Cindy, you've hit the jackpot because you've got 1, 2, oh, all running away. 3, 4, you are quadding. And you get a bonus pearl as well. So quadding, you've got 4 pearls here. So I'll go through these colours and then I'll need to know what bonus pearl colour you would like as well. And you've actually got a couple of 2-tonal pearls here. Oh, where's that one gone? There it is. So let me go through these colours for you first. Your first one is a TARDIS blue. Then you've got a chocolate, a lighter autumn peach, and it's this bright pink which has got like a 2-tonal purple section to him. So bright pink with purple, 2-tonal pearl. I hope you're happy with those, Cindy. But of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So it's completely up to you. Let me run these ones through the board. Sorry. Your TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Autumn Peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the two-tonal Pink and Purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. What do you think to those? Are you happy to keep those? If not, we can swap them for you. And then, like I said, I'll need to know if what pearl colour you'd like to swap in. Keep those and have a bright one. Let me get my two-tonal pot, as I like to do. And you'd like to have a bright one. Oh, hello, Mim. I'm going to go for a green, actually, and let's see if we can find an interesting green. Oh, that green there has got quite a nice dark spot on him. Of course, if you prefer not to have a green... Oh, Cindy, yellow. I do apologise. You can definitely have a yellow. Mim! She is definitely vocal today. Sunshine yellow mint. I was about to call you Mindy. I'm ever so sorry, Cindy. It's because Mim's distracting me. So a bright sunshine yellow. Okay. Oh, just have a look at this one here for me and let me know if you're happy with this one as well. Beautiful. Just confirm for me, Cindy, if that one is okay. I'm just going to bring you back up here. That's fine. Oh, perfect, Cindy. And you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Let's pop these in here. And then you get a trick or treat as well. So I was about to close my eyes again. I don't need to because I can't see in the bag. And trick or treat. Cindy, you have a trick there. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back there, but I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe. Oh, sorry, that's safe up there for you. And thank you, Cindy, for the donations with your shells. Okay, which means up next today is, there we go. Up next is Gemma Morgan. Gemma, are you here? Gemma, hello, hello, hello. So you have got a Mims spins as well. So let's go back across to Mim and then just let me know which character you would like to have, my lovely. Good night, Sue. Thank you for joining us today. And you, Linda, thank you for joining us, my lovely. Gemma, can you have the ghost? Of course you can. Mr. Ghost is here. Let's bring you straight across. Okay, so let's see what's inside. And you have got a pendant. This pendant comes with one oyster opening and the pearl goes on the pendant here. This is the crab pendant. You slid right off. I forgot to grab the other end. So the crab pendant is, I love this one because he's quite quirky. He's hanging on by one of his legs at the top there, and then his body is got lots of texture on there, giving him that textured shell that he would have. And then in between his pincers, he is holding on tight to that circle, and that circle is where your pearl is going to be set onto. Okay, so he's looking and holding onto that pearl for you. I hope you're happy with that one there, Gemma. However, again, let's jump across to Mims' Pot of Mischief and see what we have got here. And you've got a nice card here. You've got an extra oyster opening. So I hope you're happy with the pendant because you get to keep him. And you get an extra oyster opening on top of that. So it means you've got 2 oyster openings all together there. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. So with your oysters, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colour?
I'm not sure I got what you meant.
Okay. Sorry. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours you're hoping for? Talia, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. So Gemma, donate the shells. Perfect. Mystery oyster number 1. You've got, a lighter pop, but just see if I could do that again. Yeah, that second pop released it slightly there. Okay, so in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you've got a darker pearl here. There's no more in that one. And he is a darker chocolate purple. So he's a base chocolate and does have a slightly purple overtone to him. And then mystery oyster number 2, and you've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a brighter pink. And there's no more in that one. Okay, what do you think to these? Now, I'll need to know, Gemma, which one you would like to have on your jewellery. And if you're not happy with these, we can swap them for you. So that's completely up to you. Chocolate with a purple overtone and then a bright pink as well. If I run them through the board, the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Swap the pink for a blurple, you can indeed. And then is it the blurple that you'd like to have on the jewellery? Yes? Okay, so just confirm, are you happy with that one there? She is definitely on one tonight. I am talking about you, Mim. Love it. Perfect, Gemma. So let me just get this written down for you. So we're going to have Blurple on that. Perfect. So let's do your trick or treat as well. So, oh no, I had two then. There we go. So your trick or treat, and you have got a treat. You have got a 15% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you'll have a 15% off code that you can use. Gemma, I hope you're happy with that as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. She has to go home for Christmas. She's told me she's going and I haven't stopped her. I'm just going to buy her ticket. Do you need a ticket or are you going to fly? Talk later. So we're going to buy her, we're going to sort a ticket and she's going. It's fine. Gemma, you're very, very welcome. And that has brought us to the end of our order list for today. Thank you all for watching and for joining in. We'll be live again on Tuesday evening, so if you'd like to order, you'll be booking in for Tuesday evening. We haven't seen all of Mim's different cards that were added today, so I'm quite excited for them to come out. Some of them are not very nice at all, but yeah, I am excited for those to come out there. Right, no, Jacqueline, she's going home for Christmas. She's not staying, she'll come back next October. No. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.